After Zach died, I built up some courage to look a little bit into the phone before giving it over to the detective, and I discovered a video.
You ready? Me too.
So it's his handsome, beautiful face, and behind his shoulder, you can see our dog, Jake. Jake loved to sing when Zach played piano. When I found this video, it encapsulated everything beautiful about him. His love of the piano, his incredible talent, his playfulness interacting with Jake, his beautiful smile, just his heart, his talent, his spirit. And I mean, I watch that video all the time when I need to feel him alive. Zach was the kind of child you dream of having.
Hi, Grandpa.
He lit up a room. He was always smiling and always laughing. He was incredibly gifted at the piano, and he started from as soon as he could get on his little tippy toes and reach the keys. Once he started a theater class in high school, he got the bug. He tried out for his first show and was cast in the lead role.
Zach was a talented and recognized multi-sport athlete. He was in track. He started out on the JV team and then shortly after that accelerated into the varsity team.
He received that season the Coach's Award.
Zach was disciplined. He's a bona fide straight-A student. He was able to enroll in just about all of the AP classes he was allowed to.
His friend group was a lot of really bright kids.
He was very loyal to his friends. Once he brought someone into his friend group, he really went out to help them out any way he can.
He loved people. He loved making people smile. He would often be the one that would try to cheer someone up or make them laugh.
He is a kid who absolutely left a unique fingerprint in the world. He is truly an unrepeatable miracle for us. So it wasn't until Christmas time that there were some subtle signs that showed a little bit of a difference in his behavior.
He just seemed more tired than normal, a little bit irritable. He just explained it as, I stayed up playing video games, you know, it was COVID time, and he just said, Mom, don't worry about me, I'm fine, I'm totally fine. And I said, honey, it's my job to worry about you. I'm your mom.
After Christmas, he hung out with his friends. As a parent of teenagers, my fear is when they're on their own, exploring their new expanded boundaries. So when he came home, I felt a sense of relief, not realizing there was imminent danger in his pocket or in his possession. When I say goodnight to my family, especially my children, I always say, good night, I love you. And Zach, every single time, without fail, always told me, I love you, Dad. Those were his last words to me. The next day, I went to check on Zach because it was later than his normal wake-up time, and he appeared to be asleep at his desk. And I got within 2 feet and I knew something was horribly wrong. And I immediately started rendering first aid to Zach with CPR. And those moments I feel very haunted. No parent should have to see their child lifeless and initiate CPR to try to save them.
There was all these people in the driveway, and Chris, and our other 2 kids. And, Chris just came up and said, "Our baby's gone."
The coroner told us that Zach either died from a natural cause or fentanyl.
We were like, what is that? I hadn't really ever heard of fentanyl.
What we have learned is Zach started to experiment. He purchased what he thought was a pharmaceutical grade Percocet. Instead, it was a counterfeit pill, and the only acting agent in it is fentanyl, and it was an extreme amount that was fatal.
We found out that it was through Snapchat that Zach had connected with this dealer and gotten the pill.
Social media is the #1 go-to platform for drug dealers.
They press it to look exactly like a Percocet, a Xanax, an Adderall, oxycodone. The level of fentanyl in each pill is completely inconsistent.
And it takes as little as 2 milligrams worth of fentanyl, or about the same amount as 2 grains of salt, to be lethal.
These pills are everywhere. In basically any pill that you get on the black market, you can be assured that it is one of these fake fentanyl pills.
None of Zach's friends were aware of the dangers that exist now from counterfeit pills.
None of us were. Fentanyl, it robs you of any chance to get red flags. I mean, he had no other pills in his room. He had no other anything in his room. With fentanyl, I mean, you can try a pill 1 time or 2 times, and it takes you out. If I had known about illicit fentanyl and how prolific it is, it would have caused me to have different conversations, with Zach.
It would have been a sit-down conversation as a concerned parent to say, "Hey, Zach, I just learned about this. Have you heard about this? Are you getting any kind of products on social media?" Knowing Zach, he would have thought, okay, maybe that's playing Russian roulette.
We talked to Zach about every danger that we knew, but this one we didn't know. And that's why we have made it our mission, to join with other parents, to educate the community.
We want to bring to light the dangers and how pervasive it is. This can happen to any family.
Look at this place.
We can't ever bring Zach back, but it does help mitigate some of the pain, thinking that maybe we've saved other kids. Maybe Zach has saved other kids.